Oh, we are now? Oh, hey! Okay. So here we are, the Ask Patafria Show, and this is the first time at the Grill Studios in, I always record here, but they have like a dope-ass podcast room now specifically for this. So I'm excited that we're doing this here, and I have a good friend of mine, Paris,
Hey.
aka Computer Blue, on social media, and we did an episode before. I don't remember what number it was. Do you?
Maybe it was 17.
Yeah, because it was like a year ago.
Yeah.
She's the sex educator, and we talked a lot about that and like other fun stuff. So we have her back today, and I'm excited about that because we got some updates and. Honestly, life has been fucking me over lately, so I haven't recorded a podcast in a good like 2 months, I think.
It's
the
been a
last
while.
one I did was with Irk. And I'm excited to have you back, and I got tons of shit to talk. So episode 34 is where we're at now.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. So I'm gonna just jump into this real quick. Well, no. Okay, let's go back before I go there. I always want to know like what people are listening to lately, like what music.
I'm listening to System of a Down right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I fucking
That's
love
fun.
them. Yeah.
All right. Like little opera singing in there.
Yes.
Like, okay, that throws it back.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it, or that's like lately?
A lot of like old school 90s like Bay Area rap.
The best.
Yeah.
That was like our best time, I feel like. It's
I
nostalgic
love
for
those.
me.
Like today I was listening to Sibo and Brother Lynch, and
Till My Casket Drop is forever a classic.
right.
I have the cassette.
Yuck Mouth.
Good.
Yeah, taking it back to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were going. Oh, Looney Coleon.
Who's that? I've heard. Where's he from?
I don't know exactly where he's from, but I remember him getting played all through Sunnydale and Hunters Point back in the days, and I
Okay.
always thought he was from.
I feel like I know somebody that's related to him,
Oh,
but I
sick.
don't know where he's from. But like, yeah, that name has come up in conversations with people before.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. You gonna
Check
be
out,
listening to like
check
some
out Thug
11-5,
shit. Yeah,
like,
11.5 to 11.
11-5, yeah, all them.
Coog Nut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
West
all of
Coast
them.
Bad Boys compilation.
The
Yeah.
Golden State.
Yeah, that's tight. All right. Lately, okay, so I've been listening to. I don't know if you heard of OMB Peasy.
I believe
He's
so.
signed to Sick With It. He's like young dude. Like,
Yeah.
He's from Mobile, Alabama, and he's dope as fuck. And I be like listening to his shit a lot on my Snapchat. Like he'll be
Okay.
playing in the background, and people be thinking it's Boosie. Like his voice, his flow is kind of like a young Boosie.
Yeah.
Because Boosie done fell off. I'm not gonna say Boosie. He need to get back on drugs.
Right.
To be real, but like the old tight Boosie, that's kind of
Yeah.
what he reminds me of. But I've been listening to his shit because it just dropped like a couple days ago, and the whole project is hella tight. So that and G Perico.
Oh,
You know
who's
who that is?
Mm-mm.
So he's like big crippin'. Like, okay, this is the funny thing. I always said if I ever met a dude that had a Jerry curl right now, current, present day, and he's a crip, like, you know, that's me all day.
Right.
If he's big crippin', he got a Jerry curl, bitch, and he's left-handed. What?
Wow.
I said I would marry a dude if I found a dude in the
We gonna
present
have to
day
get him there.
that had a Jerry curl. And you know, Hawaii tried it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He was all like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the Jerry curl." Like, no.
I
No,
need to
he
see
got, This
him.
one got a for real one, and sometimes he be in rollers. He'll get a little soft set.
Oh shit.
And yes, and he's crippin' and yeah, from LA or whatever.
You're gonna have to send me a link.
And he's tight. Yeah, his music is hella tight. So I'll be
I'm gonna
listening to
check
him.
that out.
And I've been off hella Mozzie.
Oh, okay.
So lately, I just been super thugging.
I've heard that
Yeah.
on your snaps.
Yeah. So lately, before that, it was a lot of like early 2000s and shit like that. I have like a cool playlist on my Spotify that I made that's just like 50 songs of like early 2000s like music that I listen to, but
Hip hop
lately-
and R&B, or
not so much R&B. There might be like maybe one or two, but I always been like rap. Like,
Yeah.
always rap. So, but yeah, I've been thugging lately.
nice. It's always alternative rock and then rap
Yeah,
for me.
or metal. I
Yeah,
throw that
metal.
in there. Or
Here
I
and
mean,
there.
really, it just depends on my mood. I listen to anything but country.
Right.
Anything.
That's like everybody.
Yeah. So, Sorry, there's like a window in this room. So me being the nosy person that I am, I'm like, who is that?
It looks like a bathroom. It looked like we could see.
Over there?
It looks like we could see into the bathroom. Doesn't it look like a bathroom?
No, that's
there?
the kitchen area.
Oh, shit.
That's like the counter. That better not be the bathroom. That's like the kitchen counter area.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so first thing on this list. This list is kind of dated because, like I said, I ain't recorded in hella long. So there's some topics on here I'm probably going to skip because, like, everybody probably already talked them to death on social media.
Yeah.
But I'm going to bring this one up regardless. Mystical.
Yeah.
Did you hear about what the fuck is going on with him?
I just heard that he got caught up on some rape shit again.
So let me rewind a little bit to about 9 years ago. And I'm going to just, for the people that don't know and aren't familiar, he did like 10, you know what I'm saying? He did like 9 or 10 years and he only been out for a couple, but he did that time for rape and like some old crazy ass kidnapping shit and whatever. And people that aren't familiar with what happened, he had this bitch working for him that was like braiding his hair.
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
Stole some money. She either stole some blank checks or she stole some cash. And he found out, right? So instead of like hemming the bitch up and being like, you got to pay me back or whatever, he got sick about it. And him and like 3 members of his security team raped the bitch. Ran train on her, raped her as punishment, which is sick enough. But this dumb motherfucker recorded it.
Wow.
So when she reported it, you know what I'm saying? He lawyered up and he was like trying to deny it or whatever. This stupid motherfucker had the footage locked in his safe in his house. So when they found that footage, it was like, oh, you're done. You feel me? You're going to jail. So the motherfucker did 9 years. So I was hot when he got out and people were trying to like, you know, breathe life back into his career. And some promoters out here booked him in the city. And I hopped on Twitter and, you know, I used to promote a lot. And like, this wasn't a promoter I knew or I would have just got on the phone. Like,
right.
Hey, but whoever this was, and it wasn't even like a big venue. It was like a small spot. And they booked him though. And I seen the flyer and I hit him on social media and I'm like, hey, like, do you know you're booking like a known rapist? Like this motherfucker didn't just get out on some minor drug charge or some shit. Like he's been gone for a minute. And before you go booking this motherfucker, you might want to find out what the charges were. It's just not a good look. So they didn't hit me back. And, like, I, like, kind of riled up my followers, and I got them to, like, get at him, too. Like, you know, that's hella gross. You feel me? So I don't even really know what happened, if the show ended up
They never hit you back?
Wow. Never responded or nothing. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, you lucky I don't pull up and, like, protest in front of that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hella gross.
That's good that you reached out, though.
Yeah, but I'm, you know, just this is where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So to hear, like, something like that in the Bay, like, nah, hell no. I'm definitely going to say something.
Most people, it's sad, but most people don't even think like that.
Yeah,
before they do some shit, and they don't care.
People just mind their own business and they just don't give a fuck. Like, oh, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
They
have
just want to make their money
about it, or people will even be in on it and like promote it or work it or DJ it or whatever or open for it because it's like exposure or like money. First of all, he ain't bringing no crowds like that in 2015 or whenever this was, first of all. So I told him off top, this a loser anyway. It ain't like he finna make you hella money with this show. You could have definitely got anybody else. You could have got a local motherfucker that probably would have brought you more money than this fool. But that shit had me hot. So, okay, anyway, now fast forward to now. That was like 2 years ago. Now... one day I was talking shit about him because I was talking shit about rappers in general and how rap culture is so dismissive of sexual assault and like sexual abuse of women. They make jokes about it. They put it in their fucking lyrics. You know what I'm saying? They just like hella downplay it almost. Like it's not a big deal. It's hella common. They're, you know, the R. Kelly, the everything. The Rick Ross, the fucking CeeLo Green. Like all these motherfuckers have drugged bitches, gone to court for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like kind of gets smoothed over and disappears, and then we still listen to their music and go to their shows and like book them. Like it's really gross, and I'm tired of it in rap culture, period. Like I don't know too much about any other genre of music that's that dismissive of some shit like that. I don't know. I know in the 70s people got kind of weird with minors. I heard about that, like Led Zeppelin and like people like that a lot had like groupies that
married
they were fucking
14-year-olds and
yeah,
stuff.
it was some shit like that in like the 70s, but from then till now
no one's learned their lesson.
It's gross.
I just
so
don't
gross.
get how they don't catch on to the lyrics. Like, some of them say, like, oh, I didn't write it, somebody else wrote it or whatever.
But
it's
rap
like,
that shit.
but you
own that
right,
shit. You feel me?
own
Like,
that
you
shit.
rapped
Like,
it and
you have no
you
say.
put your chest out when you got in the, you know what I'm saying? You went in the
Right.
booth and said that shit. I don't give a fuck who wrote it. They wrote it for your dirty ass. Like, that shit makes me really, really fired up. So I was like on a rant, okay, talking about the grossness of it all. And then like the next day I open like Instagram or something and I see Mystical arrested for fucking rape. And I'm like, what? So I like, you know, do research or whatever. I look it up on some websites and he got caught with DNA. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now, you know, like you did it again. So he turned himself in, you know, and yeah, now he's facing like, I forget where it was. I want to say it was like South Carolina or somewhere, but like I want to say he had a show. It was like somebody he met or something, but like the grossest thing to me, okay, yeah, so he got caught with DNA, turned himself in. Now he's probably going to go away again for a while. They should have kept his dirty ass to begin with.
Right.
But now we have Nelly too.
Oh God.
So like this shit keeps happening. You know what I'm saying? And it's like online I see all these people that are like, we know you didn't do it. We love you. We support you forever. Check this out. Like, you don't know how this motherfucker acts with a hard dick.
Right.
First of all, men, straight men, first and foremost, take your cape off for this motherfucker because you don't know what he's into behind closed doors. You don't know how aggressive he gets when he has a hard dick. You know what I'm saying? And I'll make somebody feel sus hella quick. Like, take his dick out your mouth for a minute because you don't even know, bruh. You're over here with his balls in your mouth being a fucking groupie right now.
Yeah, I saw you going off on people.
Yeah, I went off on multiple strangers, and I don't usually do that because, like, I don't know them, and I feel hella bootsy doing it. But it's like, shut the fuck up. Like,
especially when it comes to this.
Oh my God, I had to get at so many women. Like, how dare you call this woman a groupie and shit, and like you're totally, you know, whatever, like, you know, not downplaying, but saying this woman, you're saying she's not a real victim. Like, you can't do that. You don't fucking know her, and you don't know him, and you weren't there. And people are like, well, you weren't there either. And I'm like, okay, I get that, but like, bitch, you weren't either. You don't see me saying it happened or it didn't. I'm reading it like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not one to be like, oh, I know it didn't happen. Like, I love Nelly. Like, what, you fucking weirdo? Like, first of all. And then I posted those videos. I don't know. Everyone hopefully has seen them by now.
And why hasn't anything been done about that? Like, I want to hear more about. And it was multiple girls, right?
Little girls, like 8-year-old. I have an 8-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have young daughters. Like, what? First of all,
was it planned? Was like
that's like his shit. That's his same routine.
That's part of his show.
Yeah. My thing is, who is he touring with? Because whoever he's touring with is who's bringing that family type atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real, Nelly ain't got no 8-year-old fans.
Right.
Like, I know them little girls look terrified on stage, and they're probably like, who the fuck is bruh? Like, who is Sweaty Bruh? Like, I don't know his song. First of all, it's a sexual ass song.
I don't even know what song it is because I don't really listen to Nelly all like that. But
Country Grammar wasn't that tight. Like,
none of it was.
I didn't follow none of his shit out, you know? But like, I know it's a sexual song, and him just being like this close, I can just imagine
his fingers going through their hair,
and he's like sweaty and twirling. What are you doing? And what's the
why is this allowed?
What's all the banter about? You know, you gotta respect your teacher, right? You know, all that before the song starts and his grossness. You know, it's really important that you like your teacher. That's hella rapey, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, what? All that. And
all
like,
of it.
People should be like in an uproar like me, I think, and it's really gross
and
that more
they're
people
not.
aren't.
They're not, because I thought there was going to be more after this.
Yeah.
Like outrage.
I tagged people. I tagged like different like celebrity gossip pages and shit. I even DM'd the video footage that I got from somewhere else. I DM'd it to them because I want that shit to spread. I even said, like, I think everybody should be retweeting this, reposting it, like whatever. And it really didn't like go as far as I thought it would. Some people did be like, what is he doing? But
I saw it on Facebook here and there, but it's crazy. After you posted that, then the rape charges popped up.
Yeah, because that happened like the next day. He turned himself in for that, and then he released a statement like, oh, it's a setup, it's a groupie, she's trying to get money, blah blah blah. He went on this whole tweet rant about that. But bro, you were just like tweedling in little Becky's fucking hair on stage the night before.
Right, and you turned yourself
before
in.
that, he was doing it with the little black girl that was like in Montana. And then in my comments, it was some people like, oh, I saw him do that shit in Sacramento, and I thought it was weird, but I didn't say nothing too much, but I thought it was hella weird when I saw it.
Say something.
And somebody said they saw him do that shit in, where is that? Not San Jose, but there's that arena down there that way. South Bay, anyway. Yeah. Whatever. I don't go that far.
Yeah, me neither.
But he had a show, I guess, with somebody down there, too. And somebody in my comments was like, yeah, he did it there also. So this is your shit. This is your jam. You do this.
So they're casting little girls to stand on stage.
Yeah. You're selecting young, tiny-ass girls, not teenagers.
And they're asking for a certain look because I recognize the curls.
Yeah.
Every girl had the same little
hair.
Oh, my goodness. So it's a full-on act. They're casting these girls and styling them backstage
to be like, what is that?
So the parents are signing up for this.
Yeah.
This is
what
disgusting.
What kind of groupie is your mama? Your mama's groupie ass needs to be slapped for allowing that shit.
Like, whose mama would allow that? Like,
Nelly ain't been fly since he had a Band-Aid on his face. Like, since like Air Force One days. When the fuck was that? That was like 2000. Like,
since the box.
Since we could order your video on TV. Like, that's the last time you was popping.
That's
like,
the last time.
I'm damn near gonna hit Ashanti and be like, was he acting like a pedophile around you? Is that why it didn't work out? Because I want to know. That shit is creepy as fuck.
Right, he is.
But yeah, so we definitely had to talk about that. And Mystical and all the rest of them. Fucking
Kodak Black.
Kodak Black, fucking Young Thug. In the lyric I heard the other day, his ugly ass, his predator looking ass is on a fucking song talking about kicking it with bitches like Kevin Gates or some shit. Bitch, that's funny to you?
Wow.
First of all, that girl was 18 and he booted the fuck out the wrong bitch. It wasn't even the bitch that was grabbing and pulling on him.
Dumbass.
He booted a fucking 18-year-old in her chest. And your ugly ass done got some veneers and think it's cute for you to rap it. What? No. Hell no.
Hell no.
Fuck all these trash ass rappers that think that abusing women and mistreating women. No, not on my dime. And I'll talk shit to whoever. I don't give a fuck. That shit is gross. So freestyling. Can we talk about this a little bit? Freestyling.
I think we have the same.
It embarrasses the fuck out of me. Mm-hmm. And like lately, all the kids have been like, cringe is a thing. Like Bunny put me onto that a few weeks ago. Like, that's cringy. And I'm like, what does that mean? I always would have to hella describe it like secondhand embarrassment or something. But now it's cringe or cringy. Okay, whatever. However the fuck you want to say it. Freestyling embarrasses the fuck out of me. It's like people way too passionate, getting sweaty and like way too animated, and it's never tight, and it makes me turn red, and I like want to walk away, and I want you to stop. And that goes for anybody, and I don't give a fuck how you take it. Don't freestyle around me, or I'm going to get weird. Like
it's like, what do you do during a freestyle battle? I was at
like
right, or like look, like, opposite ways, like
and
down
hope
the
they
street.
Don't fuck up. Like,
right.
That's all you're doing. You're just like this, and you're like praying they don't mess up, but they're probably gonna mess up. Like, freestyling is so bad. Whoever, I don't know. I don't support it. I don't like what's that poetry shit?
Slam poetry.
I don't like that either. Same vibe. But
it's too much.
But written.
Yeah,
you're too animated. You're too like forceful with it.
It's a full-on performance.
Yeah, with no music.
Absolutely no music. Yeah.
It makes me really uncomfortable. Do you like it? Or do you tolerate it?
Well, how I got started with my whole career in entertainment and performing arts was directing. I had a hip-hop spoken word crew, and we were
you were part of a crew?
Yeah.
You did spoken word?
Yes, but
it
wasn't. No.
I'm fully offended.
No, I'm about to let you know. We were the complete opposite of the slam people because we didn't like how they got down with the whole rating system and stuff, and we didn't do poetry like that. It was more.
Is it competitive? Like.
They are.
Oh, okay.
They are, but we were the complete opposite of that because
that's
like
good.
I don't like that style at all. And freestyling, me personally being a performing artist, I don't like being put on the spot. Like, I'm just now getting comfortable talking to you, being on
like
camera.
Pressure.
But
I can't even imagine
I'm a
pressure.
performer. I'm a writer. So
Yeah.
I can write and I can practice with my band and I can do hella good. I
Yeah.
can do those songs.
Yeah.
But don't like be like, Paris, freestyle for, oh, you a lyricist? Freestyle for me.
Yeah,
I was
like, I'm
no,
never gonna
like,
rate somebody's talent
based on a
that.
freestyle.
Like, I'm
nah.
never gonna do that because I don't want you to do it. Like,
Right.
it's gonna turn me off. Like, honestly, you could be like, I could be your biggest fan, and if you pull some of that shit, I'm gonna be like, oh, I
Right.
don't want to listen. Like, cause
I've
no.
been turned off by dudes. Definitely, I've been on dates with people trying to show off or something like
Yeah,
that, and
and it's like,
afterwards, it's like,
my
nah.
pussy just went
dried right up.
all the way. Yeah, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do it. Yeah, no, it's like, it's hard for me, the Breakfast Club and stuff. People be like, oh, did you fucking hear so-and-so? And I'm like, hell no, I didn't. Like, and I fucking don't want to either. Like, and you know, with Eminem, like, he just did his whole, I don't even know, was that a freestyle? What was that?
It was
Like,
supposed to be a
Trump?
freestyle. Me personally, I'm not an Eminem fan.
Me either.
But,
He's always been corn to me. Always.
I guess like I get emotional and I get passionate about words and art.
Yeah.
And what he was saying, I felt him.
The message.
And the message
was very important. And
People were saying his
appreciate
delivery
the
was
message.
whack, but I looked at it as passion and adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Like what he was saying was something that could get him fucked up. You don't know what Trump could do to him.
That's
So
true,
it's like
yeah.
he's saying these things that we wish we could say. He has a platform for it. So he was probably fucking nervous. Like I'm putting my life on the line right now.
Yeah.
Basically. So
I
of
just
course
didn't like
he's
the
in the
whole group of black guys in
just
cars.
in the back like
With cars parked, staggered behind. Like,
What do you
they're
do,
in a parking
right?
garage. They're like at Kaiser.
I was
like,
looking at that too,
what
and
are
I'm
y'all
like, what
doing,
did they
right?
do afterwards?
They were just like-
were you at the Kaiser?
They were in the Kaiser parking garage. They were all like,
I peeped that. I wasn't feeling that either.
Like, why can't, if you're gonna do it, like, sit in the car and do it. You feel me? I would have felt
Like,
it more.
in
Like,
the
if
back,
it wasn't so staged.
Just put him out there.
Yeah, like, just,
But I guess
yeah.
that's the look. Like we were just saying, what
You
the
need
hell
a
do you
gang of
do
black
when
dudes
somebody
in, like,
else?
cars,
Did they
Cadillacs
freestyle
behind you? Like,
afterwards or
I
what?
don't think so.
Wow.
All I saw was like 5 separate videos of him, and then it was like, yeah, and then that, you know, it was just like, I don't know. I just would have rather him been like in his kitchen or like sitting in the car.
Sitting in the car.
And like then I would have felt, I don't know, just the whole way it was set up to me.
The
was
whole
hella
setup
embarrassing.
was hella
But
corny.
I will say this. Like I said, I respect the message, right? It was very passionate, like you said. I respect all that. And I do think that it's time for white people
Yes.
to take up for black people
Yeah.
and the injustice. Because
Definitely.
they've already made it super clear, even with their reactions to what he said, they're only listening to that shit if it's coming from white people.
Yeah.
If it comes from black people, there's no reaction. It's quiet for everyone,
Yeah.
right? Like rappers Ben did it. YG Ben did
Been doing it.
Fuck Trump. Or you know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, and the little Mexican rapper that was on there too, like whoever that is. Like they, you know, and it was quiet. No one had no reaction for them. But like as soon as this white motherfucker does it, it's like everyone's like, yeah, like that
I've
was
never
the best.
listened to rap before,
I'm a
but
fan.
wow, that
Like,
was the
that
greatest
was
rap song
intense.
I've
Like,
ever
oh my
heard.
god, like all these corny politician dudes that are like verified and shit. I've seen hella people like
I was like,
that
I
was
don't like
insane.
rap,
Like,
but that was the bomb.
That's a prime example. Like, if you're white, stand up now, and you know, because
Speak up.
you're the one that's gonna be heard.
Yeah, die for us.
Yeah, so it's time. You want to be like, you want to be down so bad. Where's Justin Timberlake, motherfucking ass?
Where is
Bearded
his ass?
Where are you at?
Right.
Because now's the time. Like, y'all have the attention. Y'all have that
Where's
audience.
Justin Timberlake?
You know, like all these motherfuckers. Like,
all of them.
y'all have the audience for it, and yeah, it's time for y'all to start spreading that message.
Yeah.
It's their responsibility.
We
If
tired.
you're really not racist, that's what I'm gonna start doing.
Right.
Well, are you really racist or not? Because if you're not,
It's
then you
either
need
or.
to use your right. What side are you on?
Are you scared or not?
Yeah. So fucking freestyling, dude. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna release a freestyling video just to fucking shoot myself too. There's so much. I'm such an annoying vegan. There's so much food related soda in defense of food. Like, there's so much shit in here that I want to talk
Well,
about.
teach me
but-
something. I'll listen.
But I feel so pushy. But there's like this meme thing that I saved in my phone that I'm just waiting to fucking post. And it says, it's like a pie chart. And it says the most annoying thing about being vegan. And like, you know, there's eating out, trying to find vegan food in restaurants, or, you know, like eating with other people that aren't vegan, or this or that, or cooking and preparing food and whatever. And the biggest part of the pie is ignorant ass people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like people be wanting to like fight me to defend their right to eat dead bodies. Like, bruh, I don't give a fuck. Like, eat what you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? But people will flat out be stupid and argue with me and like try to make points that aren't even factual just to defend. You know, it's guilt. I think guilt makes people act like that. Oh yeah,
definitely.
And I'm not even out here like hella finger pointing and whatever. Like, you know, I already said it as much as I think I need to say it. Like that I'm hella excited about it, and I just wish I would have gone vegan sooner, and I wish I had all the information now that I wish I had all that back then. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have done it sooner. But, you know, it's just like the reactions I get from people are so crazy. I'm to the point where I'm just like going to shut up and just like, do you?
Maybe it's because I know you, but I feel like it's coming from a place of love more than anything.
It is. It's not me trying. It's like I'm so excited about it.
You want
everybody to feel what I feel right now. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's not coming from a like controlling attitude or anything.
Or I'm better than you because.
It's not that at all. It's like I just want y'all to have I told hella people, just watch What the Health just so you have the information. Yeah. And then do whatever you want with it. You know what I'm saying? Because people have took the time to make this shit available to us that the meat and dairy and whoever have paid billions of dollars to hide. Okay, they pay all this money to hide it from us, and some people are finally giving us this little slice to show us of the truth. So it's like you need to just watch it just so you know, because
take advantage of that knowledge.
Yeah, because before we never had the chance. Like in advertising and everything, it was like dairy they had dairy. Everybody thinking dairy was good for us and made strong bones. When in reality, it causes osteoporosis and like hella shit. Like they were just feeding us hella bullshit, and now that you have the chance to get some of the truth, I'd be wanting people to get it. But it's like, if I'm going to be hella disrespected in the process,
for it, they're just not gonna be
go eat some ribs, bitch. I don't fucking go. Drink hella milk. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Go do
like,
it. It's
I'm not going to fight with you about it to be smart. Like,
I mean, when I was vegan for a month, that shit was tight. Like, I felt good.
I was, like, a year ago, I did it for a couple months. I think I only got as far as, like, maybe 3. And it was really hard, and I fucking struggled with it, and it was really fucking hard. And then I finally gave up. But, like, now, even just from then till now, it's become so much fucking easier for me. This time, I don't struggle at all. Like, there's so many other ingredients available, like, replacements and stuff. Yeah. And I'm just, like, it's just way tighter this time. Like, I'm never going to go back.
I think I would like it more if I got into the groove of things. It's just a lot of cooking.
It's just changing a routine.
Like setting up.
And I mean, but in all honesty, everything I make takes like 10 to 15 minutes to cook. Everything I make. Because honestly, I'm not cooking meat. Meat is what takes the longest to cook. Long, right. Vegetables don't take a long time to cook.
Well, do you decide what you're going to eat that night or during the day? You just have everything ready?
Nope. And if I need to go get it, I'll go grab it. You know what I mean? It's just whatever I have a taste for. I don't plan my meals. I don't do any of that. I don't even always have like the ingredients available in the house. But like if I have a taste for something, like if I want like tacos or something, I'll go grab the shit. It's hella cheap. Like it being more expensive than regular like meat and dairy type shit is a myth. It's not. It's cheaper if anything. Yeah. And I cook damn near all my food because my shit be like seasoned perfectly. Nice. And it makes me not like eating out because like it's not.
You're saving more money that way too.
Yeah, and before I was never really one to cook, and now I'm like cooking everything, so it's just tight, and I feel better, and I'm like not lazy about it because it's exciting to me. I don't know, it's like fun, so I don't know. I encourage everybody maybe try it. I don't know, or look into it a little bit because you'll feel like a fucking superhero. Right. And it's nice because I'm dating somebody that he's a black dude, and like. To find a black dude that's a vegan, that's like a unicorn. Oh, wow. So, like, you know what I mean? That's so hard to find. I'm not saying he is. Oh, I was like, oh, wow. I'm not saying he is. But when I cook shit that's vegan, like I said, I be hella seasoning my shit. So, like, it's not like I'm feeding a motherfucker lettuce out here. So, he'll actually eat it. He'll be like, oh, that's good, you know? To the point where we've even made an agreement that he'll be vegan while he's with me. Oh, that's like, tight. That's, like, what? I didn't expect hella respectful, that. Yeah, I never expected that from him in a million years. But he's, like, down. And it's because my shit is fire. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I be knowing the good spots. Good. So, it's like, yeah, I mean... I don't know. I feel really good, and I feel like I look better than I did, and I have more energy for sure. And yeah, I don't drink any soda anymore. Juice, maybe like twice a week or something.
Okay.
I'll drink like a small glass, like not a lot. Mainly it's just water.
Yeah.
Water, and that makes
Water's
a
the
huge,
best for you.
Hell yeah. And I wasn't a big water drinker for a while.
Yeah.
Like I was when I was younger, and then like young adult, I just didn't like it. I was like, ugh, who wants to drink water? Like that's hella boring, boring ass water, not tasting like nothing ass water. And then now I'm just, that's all I drink, and I feel better.
When you see the results.
Yeah, that. I don't even see them a lot of the time. Other people see them. And so they're like, wow, like I noticed this or I noticed that. And I'm like, I think it's because of that. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I don't know. It's tight. I'm very happy where I'm at right now.
Me too.
Which we can talk about. Your 20s. Your 20s are fucking weak, bruh. Like, where's the note? Where's the note in here? Because I know you can talk with me about this forever. What do I have here?
Oh, man.
Okay, so basically my notes, a lot of my shit in here is just like random notes. I have in here, my 20s been gone. Like, nobody really knows my age. And I don't tell people, and I just stopped telling people a while ago, and I just don't. It's kind of just an asshole thing. I learned it from my mom. My mom stopped telling people how old she is so long ago that when I ask the bitch now, she don't even be remembering how old she really is. She has to like sit there and count for a minute to know what the truth is because she don't be telling people. I got it from her.
That's how I'm getting.
What I will say is my 20s been gone a long time ago. Been out my fucking 20s. And I've always been smart, always, since I was like a kid, a little kid. I came up around older people. I didn't have no supervision, so I kind of had to be smart. But that me has nothing on the me now. Where I'm at now is like, I'll just put it out there, it's 30s. But 30s are so lit.
Yeah.
Like, you know yourself. You have hella freedom. Like, I don't know if you want to touch on that some. Like,
I think I read something where they said women get their sexual peak at 36.
Yeah,
I believe it.
I read that too. And men, it's like much younger.
I believe so.
Yeah, because by the time they get to be like in their 50s or whatever, they're like,
it's
like
done.
it's like lazy dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we're like, what? Like, we're trying to get it popping. So I think that's why a lot of older bitches be fucking with the young dudes that could keep up because they haven't peaked. Or they did peak younger or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. So if you want to share some knowledge on that.
Well, no, I'm just along with the diet and the drinking the water and turning 36, like a lot of things have changed for me. Self-care, I really I'm aware of a lot more now, and I'm able to guide my feelings and emotions better as well.
I think you just have the time to learn who you are, like get to know yourself better. Like you've had that time. I think the 20s are the time to do that, to learn about yourself, what you like, what you don't like what fucks you up. Like, you know what I mean? That's what all the 20s are meant, I think, to just learn. And then you're supposed to be popping from 30 on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like if you ain't popping yet.
You're at study time still. You haven't made, once you hit 30, like that's when it's time to get it popping. I think. To
get it
like,
ready, yeah.
Because like my 20s, they were fun. Like I had a marriage in my 20s.
Me
and
too.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I had a lot going on. I bought my first house in my 20s. And like, I was, doing things, keeping busy and being responsible
having
and stuff.
Children
but
and
now, like, I don't even know that bitch. Like that bitch been gone. I don't even know her. Like me then.
I can't believe her.
Yeah, like
I'm just.
I think back to a lot of shit. And I'm like,
that,
bitch, like who? I wouldn't even kick it with her. I don't think now. Like that shit is crazy.
Sometimes I think about like what we would have been up to if we would have met like in the 90s.
Pure jail. Ain't no telling. Jail, prison time, probably no. I was way too much. Even when we first met, I was still on the brink of too much. And it took some fucked up experiences and having some bad shit happen to me to really like, okay, you need to slow down. Like, you need to calm down. Like, you can't whoop everybody. You know what I mean? Because I've gone through life throwing these hands like a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it did something to me to where, like, I was really out running around and just feeling untouchable, I guess.
Right. I was going to say that.
Yeah. I got humbled quick. And it's just been better for me ever since. I've calmed down a lot because
Right.
I think if we were around each other back then, girl, ain't no
Yeah.
telling. We would have been.
I went from bad as fuck, and then doing my theater crew, and that changed my life right there because my ass would have been in prison if I wouldn't
you
have
needed
been
an
started.
outlet,
I
right?
didn't start.
Yeah.
I needed that shit, and then I ended up teaching women in prison how to perform and get their
Did
pain
you?
out. Yeah.
That would be tight.
Yeah,
I never
so-
knew that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would have loved when I was in jail to have somebody come talk to me and like.
It was beautiful, but I felt guilty in a sense. Like,
Because you get to go home.
I get to go home. I was like, I should be with them.
Yeah.
And that shit fucked me up. I was there for like 3 years, and I felt like I was there with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
that
put
would be
myself
hard.
there. Mm-hmm.
I never really did any time as an adult. The longest I was ever in jail as an adult was like a week. But when I did like a month when I was in 10th grade. I think I was in like 10th grade. And for someone like me, like I joke a lot, but I'm very serious when I say if I ever get some real time, like bitch, I'm not even doing 6 months. I'd be telling people like I'm going to kill myself.
Right.
So just know if you don't get me out and get me into a mental facility ASAP,
Yeah.
I'm going to hang myself quick as fuck because I'm very claustrophobic and I can't do confined spaces and locked doors and all that shit. Like I almost always sleep with my door open if I'm
Same
alone
here.
and like, I just can't do it. And like it fucked me up when and I think if I would have had somebody that was like cool, that was coming to talk to us and have some shit like that to look forward while I was there, that would have made it like way better. Back then we just like went to computer room like
Or something
every
like
other
that.
day or
Yeah.
something, or like maybe went to church, which I wasn't fucking with on any level, or like a class, like you could get up and go to school if you wanted to do that, and that was really just you could like sit with other bitches and talk
Yeah.
shit. But I would love to like reach out and like talk to people like that, like juveniles or something like that would be really fun.
That would be good for you.
I got approached this guy. He's been following me we've been following each other for a while. He's like a high school teacher, and like near my house.
Oh.
And he asked me to come and talk to his students, and like he wanted to lock it in before Halloween, and he's like, I have a budget, like the high school will pay you whatever you want for your hourly and all this. But then I got really weirded out. One, because my boyfriend's daughter goes to that high school, and my son is about to go to that high school. And also because since I haven't been on my meds, I'm like super fucking weird social anxiety craziness. Like I've been canceling shit left and right. So I don't think I can do it right now. So I turned it down. But maybe when I get in a good place.
Yeah, I
that
feel
would be,
you.
To talk to younger people, that would be kind of tight.
I know exactly how you feel about the not wanting to. I've turned down a lot of things too. Like it's been hard.
Yeah,
do you
that's
want to
one
talk
thing we
about?
share. Like,
Do you want to talk about when you're off your meds, like, and what happens? Because I have an experience that happened like a couple months ago that was like crazy.
yeah, what happened?
So
That's me right now.
right, okay.
That's me
So-
today.
So I've always had anxiety with sleeping. I don't want to go to sleep because I don't want to die. I feel like I'm not gonna wake
really?
up. So every night it's like
Like you hesitate?
I hesitate, or I'm trying to keep myself up, or I'm constantly getting up to check if my daughters are breathing. That's the main thing. Like I'll go to sleep,
That's an OCD thing.
automatically wake up, go check if they're breathing at least 2-3 times a night. So I wasn't getting like full on rest. So and living alone, I was like, if I'm dead in the morning, who's gonna take them to school? Because I'm here by
the way that
myself.
our brains make us
right?
think sometimes are just not even
That's all I'm
reasonable.
thinking.
Like, can
It's
you
like,
stop?
parents, you're healthy. There's nothing wrong with you.
You're
but
young
every
as
night,
fuck. Like,
every night you think you're gonna die.
you're not terminally ill. You're not in hospice. Like, can you calm down?
No. So I told my doctor, and she was like, I got something for you. I was like, cool, but I don't want to be addicted to it.
Yeah.
I don't want
Or I
to.
don't want to not wake up and
Right.
the kids are like burning the
Right.
house down.
Right. So she was like, I have something for you. It doesn't make people addictive. Like, you can take it whenever you want. It's a low dose. Started taking that shit. I was like, cool. First couple nights I had sleep paralysis. That shit was scary as fuck. I get that every couple months too.
What is that? Because I don't think I've ever had that.
Okay, that's a whole. Let's segue into the sleep paralysis. Okay. So I'll start with my sleep paralysis dream to segue back into the medication. So sleep paralysis, I believe, is when you're stressed out and your brain fucks with you. You think you're awake. You can see your room. You can see everything around you, but you can also hallucinate within that room that you see. You can't move. It feels like something's holding you down. And so you're trying to like wake up, but you can't. You can't talk. You can't scream. Something's muffling you. So like,
I'm like, that sounds kind of fun, but it would have to be for a very short period of time.
I've had it for so long that I can, I know how to get myself out of that dream now without stressing out. That's another thing about getting older. I now know how to get out of sleep paralysis. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I know my mom is insomniac. Like at one point she would go like multiple days without being able to sleep, and she would be so sick from it that she would have to like call in sick at work and shit like that.
Not sleeping will kill you.
She's had sleep paralysis before, and she asked me about it, and I was like, I never had it. Like, I sleep like a corpse. Like, I'd be like sleep. Like,
everybody
dead.
That's had it, it's the same.
I wonder if it's
the same
related to insomnia, and then like maybe when you do finally sleep, or you know,
it's fucking with you. This one, when I started taking my medication, it started from a regular dream. I was at a hotel my friend owned or something. It was like a evil hotel. It's like pretty on the outside, but everybody that stayed there would get murdered.
Somewhere I want to live.
Right. But I was the hater in the dream. I was the hater in the dream, right? So I would like try and tell people, don't come to this hotel. It's my friend's hotel, but they're killing people. I was blocking it.
I'd be like,
fucked
hey,
up, right?
Go home.
She was mad. She was mad as fuck. In my dreams, like, you fucking up my business. Yeah. That's exactly what she said in the dream. She was like, no.
Stay here doing
so
this.
She's mad at me. She's screaming at me. I'm like, sorry, whatever. We cool. I'll stop telling people as long as I can stay alive. Right. So I go to sleep in my dream. And then it transitions into sleep paralysis. So it like goes from that, I'm in the hotel. Yeah. I open my eyes, I'm in my room. And
it's like,
surprise. And so I'm laying on my side facing the window. I can feel an energy in the room walking towards my bed, getting in my bed, and then coming up behind me. Spooning me, basically.
Like breath.
I can feel the breathing on my neck. Like, I can feel everything. And so I'm laying there, and I'm telling myself, Paris is just sleep paralysis. It's just fucking sleep. Like, don't trip.
Calm yourself down.
Don't trip. Just lay there. I'm trying to breathe.
Just take it. It'll be over soon.
And so,
he's gonna come quick.
But why my girl that was in my dream walks into my room?
She sent him.
She walks into my room.
She was like, so... Remember that $150 you cost me earlier?
Basically.
I'm sending my ghost tell me in there to take that.
So I'm feeling like I'm being spooned, and then I see my friend as the evil hotel manager.
So you know she's behind it.
Yeah, and she walks in, and she walks right in front of me, and just comes closer and closer and closer to my face.
And you can't like mush.
And I'm just there, like. Like I can't move. Yeah, I can't move.
You're a scared vegetable.
I can't move. I can't.
Is this
say
a real
anything.
friend in real life?
Yes. Yeah. My good friend Denise. Yeah.
Have you told Denise what she's been up to? It's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I don't know what that could be.
Right. I was scared of her after that because she came closer and closer, and then usually in my sleep paralysis, there's something always blowing into my mouth or sucking something out of my mouth.
Your spirit?
Every time it's always like a brown
your soul
or something like hovering over me, talking hella shit in my face though. They always come and they talk hella shit.
Oh my God.
Until I can knock out. They're like, motherfucker, I hate you, blah, blah, like blah, blah, blah. Like right here though, and I can feel it.
That would drive me insane.
It was double. Like it was the double penetration. I was getting it from two angles. Like,
yeah, I would
I somehow got out of that. And I was like, shit, I can't take these drugs no more.
Oh my
God. But I took them again, and I started taking them, and they worked.
You taught yourself to, like, get them up off you?
Right, basically. So I started taking them. They were working. I was going to sleep. I was waking up. I wasn't getting up to, check on my daughter's breathing or whatever every night.
Dead.
Like I was able to
letting them
just wake up.
sleep.
Like, and I wasn't worried
You're
about
all
it
like-
because. No, I checked.
All
I
up
put
in
my finger under their
You have a
nose.
mirror to their nose.
They're like, "Mom, stop!"
You're like, girl,
like hitting
damn,
me.
I got school.
Right. So I'm taking
Oh
it.
my
I'm able to
God.
wake up if there's a noise, so I'm not worried about it because I'm not
That's
completely
good.
like.
It's not like putting you in a coma.
And I was running out, and I was like, oh, I don't need a refill. I'm cool now. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go in. So it was about a week. A week went by, and I wasn't taking my pills. And my sister was keeping Rose that weekend, and Akila was already with her dad. So I dropped Rose off in Sacramento. I swear to God, like as soon as I got in my car, I heard a voice that was like, "You're alone now. You can die." My ass.
Wait, this was while you were awake?
Yes, this was me like full on drop my daughter off as soon as I was alone, like finally alone.
Yeah.
It was just like, you can die now, you're alone. And I noticed the pattern that week. I had stopped eating. I had stopped caring. Like I would come home, I would cook them food, I would do things that I needed to do as a mom, but I would just get straight in bed. So when I heard that, I was like, am I hearing voices or am I telling myself this? I didn't know the difference. And I was just like, oh shit. So I'm driving to Oakland from Sacramento just like crying, like, but I don't know what kind of crying it was. I don't know if it was like, oh, I'm alone. I can do what I want now.
Yeah.
And so like got home and I was just like, I'm here in this apartment, finally, by myself.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go now. I turned off my phone and I took hella pills because I had just gotten my refill the day before but didn't take it. Took hella pills.
This was recently?
This was like right before I moved.
What the fuck?
Yes. Took hella pills. And I don't know why, but my girl that never kicks it, we kick it maybe once a year, came and knocked on my door the next day and woke me up.
Oh my God.
And I didn't tell her what happened. She was just like, girl, I'm taking you out. Like, she did my hair.
And
like,
you were just okay?
I was hella groggy. Like, I didn't want to go out, but she was like, I'm going to take you out to eat. I'm going to do your hair. Like, because she saw that I looked like complete shit. So
like,
she was like,
Did you tell her what
Nah,
happened?
hell no, I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her.
I feel really weird finding this out while we're here. Like,
Right.
I'm kind of like,
Because
oh my God.
I'm finally
Yeah.
realizing why it happened. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
So I went out to eat, didn't want to be out. I was just like trying to hurry up and eat a little bit because I still wasn't in the mood to eat. And then she left and I was kind of better,
Yeah.
after that. But I was like, fuck, why is this happening? Like, I was like, my life is going cool right now. I don't know what's wrong. Like, why did that even happen?
That's what people don't realize. It's not like a specific thing that triggers that. Not for
Right.
me anyway. That shit will creep up on your ass out of nowhere. And it won't be because I'm sad about something.
Yeah.
And it won't be because something bad happened to me. And you know what I mean? Like, it just happens.
Right.
The same with depression. It just fucking happens. It's because of chemicals in your brain.
Yeah, it fucked me up.
And I'm not a doctor, but it sounds like you threw your shit off by just stopping.
I did.
You can't, they say, you know.
can't stop.
Yeah, I have a cousin that stopped taking Zoloft, I think it was. And it made her suicidal like instantly. And that's something they warn you about with
It does,
so
but
many
it makes no
medicines.
sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
And
My
you
doctor
think,
didn't
like, that
warn
ain't
me
gonna
about
happen
this
to
shit.
me, or like, you know what I mean?
Right.
You think it won't, but sometimes you'd be surprised. Like,
And it's crazy. I've like always thought about suicide, but I've never attempted it. I
Yeah.
never went there. And that was weird. I found out that you're not supposed to stop. And it's basically gonna fuck you up like that every time. And I was like, my doctor set me up.
yeah.
Like that was
If
the
they didn't
main
tell
thing.
you
She
that,
didn't tell me that.
You need to.
She also didn't tell me you're not supposed to take it while you're taking like cold medicine. Like if you're sick, you can't take it.
Oh yeah. That's
So when I'm sick,
something-
I'm just
who's
like-
gonna know that? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like who's gonna think that's gonna
It could
like,
be deadly.
mix and be deadly? Like that's something you need to address because
Right.
that's serious as fuck. You know what I mean? Like you could be dead right now
Right.
if your friend didn't wake you up.
Right. I Googled that shit and there were so many stories
I mean, I have people that like write to me all the time because I do mention that like I'm off my meds right now. I've been off them for a few months. I'm starting to feel out of my fucking head, and it's not a good thing.
Right.
And I've been like, my social anxiety has been getting worse and worse and worse. Sometimes I just break down crying and like will fucking lose it, and I can't control it. And you know, I talk about it a little bit, and I have a lot of people that are like, that's why I'm scared to take meds, or that's why I want to stop taking them. And I'm like, actually don't. Like, you have to talk to your doctor.
Right.
And wean yourself off of them properly the way you're supposed to, or shit like that is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And like, luckily, I haven't had it happen to where, like, I think about suicide every day. That's just part of my OCD, and that's a plan that I have. Like, my family knows. Everybody's well aware of it. I'm checking out when I'm ready, but I'm going to do it, I guess, responsibly. Right. I don't know. I believe that's something. I'm pro-suicide, so I believe that's something choice. We should have a right to anyway. Like, you know what I mean? So, I'm very vocal about all that. But, like, it's just weird. Like, sometimes when I take myself off my medicine, it's like irrational thoughts, you know, like that aren't the way I've always thought I would do it creep up on me. And it's like, later I'll be calm and I'll realize like that's probably why that happened, you know, because usually I have a plan, and, you know, I'm very specific about everything, you know, but like that shit be throwing people off and will creep out of nowhere, and it's very fucking scary.
I just wish that I can get to the point where I don't need it anymore.
No one wants to take medicine for the rest of their life. Right. And I was just telling somebody that yesterday. Like, they were like, well, why do you keep doing that? And I'm like, it's something that I think everybody I know of, at least, that's prescribed antipsychotics or depression meds and shit like that, like, that's just something we do. Right. We take them for a while, and then once we start feeling good, we feel like we don't need them, and then we stop taking them. And then when we feel like we
that's
do
the
need
trick.
them,
that's
we start
the trick.
Again, you know what I mean? That's just how it works. That's what we do. As much as they tell us don't do it, and as bad as they say it's gonna be, and don't fucking do it, and this could happen, we still do it. Right. But it's like, no one, well, for me anyway, I'll just speak for myself. I'm not comfortable with the idea that I'm going to have to take medicine for the rest of my fucking life. Right. I don't like the side effects. I get very fucked up side effects. My medication makes me twitch sometimes really fucking hard. My sex drive is fucked up. My sleep patterns get fucked up. Like, just all this different shit. I don't like it. It gives me migraines sometimes, like, just hella shit. And then, but you gotta weigh it, you know, because it's like when you're not on it, you're also fucked up, but just in different ways. Right. So how fucked up do you want to be? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of fucked up can you deal with this month? That's how I'm doing it, and I'm just kind of winging it, and it's really fucked up because the social anxiety part of it is getting worse. Like, Sunday, for instance, Sean had his party at Somar. And I went there, and I was really excited to go because I hadn't gone in so long. Yeah. And, like, it was just a good time for me because I think I had a session that day or something, and it ended early. So I was like, okay, after I'm going to, like, dip by there for a minute. So I got there. I walked in. First person I saw was D-Naz. Love him. You know what I'm saying? Course. Haven't seen him in forever.
He just makes you feel good every time you see him.
Yeah, so big hugs, you know what I'm saying? He was with this pretty girl. They were chopping it up. She, like, follows me on Twitter, I think. I forgot to get her name because I was literally in there for 5 minutes. But, like, I talked to her for a minute. It was, like, hugs and hella positive. And then I went and said hi to Sean and DJ Lady Ryan. Okay. And gave them a hug. And then all of a sudden just felt hella overwhelmed. I was literally in there for like 4 minutes, 5 maybe, kid you not. I got this wave of like feeling overwhelmed and panic. And, like, it's probably the worst panic attack I've ever had in my life. Shit. And I started, like, finding it hard to breathe. And I was walking out, and a couple people were saying some shit to me. And I just, like, got all weird. And I remember being, like, trying not to be hella aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Because that can lead to, like, if somebody says something slick, I'm going to fight your ass. Right. But I was just, like, don't talk to me. And I just, like, walked out of there, stormed out, sat in the car. Excuse me. Started crying hella bad. It started out slow, like I didn't want to fuck up my eyeliner, so I was just like trying to get the tears out with the tissue, and I was just like, don't let them fall out by themselves, just soak it up, absorb the tears. So I was blow upward. Yeah, I was going like this. I was opening them. I was like tucking tissue into my eyelids to make it soak it up. I was like, I'm not gonna let these fall. So I did that for a minute, and then it was just like
Full
like,
on
broke the dam. Like, all the shit rushed out. My eyelashes were falling off. I was like, fucked. Dudes were walking by. I'm like, oh my God, don't look in the car. Like, thinking, I'm by myself. I'm like hysterical. I text Sean. I'm like, Blood, I left. Because I told him I was getting a drink and coming right back.
Oh.
I'm like, Blood, I left. I can't do it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry. That's all I said.
Sean don't understand.
And I sat there literally for like an hour. I saw a fire truck and like an ambulance pull up, and I thought to myself, should I go ask them to check me out if they're not busy? But then I just sat there, cried, couldn't drive. I sat there and cried it out probably for like an hour. And like, that's an example. I had no reason to cry.
Right.
I've been going through a lot, but like, it's getting better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing happened that made me cry that day. Like, it just happens sometimes, and I fucking freaked out. And I went home and I took like 2 Klonopin, and I still couldn't fall asleep. And I was just like, oh my God, it was just bad that night. And then the next day I felt like I had a hangover, but I didn't drink anything. And I did, but my body was like so fucked up the next day and exhausted and like nauseous almost. Like I woke up and had a pounding headache, and then it just felt like a hangover, but like from anxiety. Does that happen?
That's happened to me before, and it's crazy that happened to you Sunday. I was at somewhere Saturday, was in for maybe 10 minutes. I could only make it for 10 minutes. Yeah, I had an anxiety.
And then, Sunday was the day I was supposed to have my art thing.
Yeah.
And I have like stuff hanging there right now. And then I moved it because I had life too much going on, funerals and other shit.
Yeah.
And then like I moved it to this Sunday, and then here we are, like, what is today? Thursday? Is today Thursday?
Yeah.
So like I never know. Sorry. I never know what fucking day it is. But I moved it to this Sunday, and I still don't know if I can do it. And I feel hella bad because I'm like, the owner's gonna be like, bitch, come get your shit.
No,
and
he's
like
cool.
I don't know him like that, and I just feel like I look like a fucking flake. And so I try to like, I think I posted that night. I did actually. I posted on Snap crying. And I was like, just be really patient with your friends, because don't call them a flake when this happens. If you don't understand it, you just have to be patient and understand it's not on purpose.
Right.
And like, be patient and just, just be there for them.
And sometimes you feel bad using like, not depression as an excuse, but it's just like, if people don't understand, then they'll look at it as a negative
I wish it was
thing.
another word, because when people hear depression, they think I'm depressed about something.
Yeah.
They think like I'm having guy troubles, or you know what I mean? They always
and it has nothing to do with
And I'm like,
any
bro,
of that.
It's nothing like that. I had a good ass day earlier. Like, I'm doing really good. Like, it's just, the word always it makes people think that something happened, and it never be the case. But I don't know.
But you know what? Like, I'm always congratulating you for doing this show consistently doing this. I know, but
this was probably the longest gap that I've done. And I felt bad about it.
So happy
so many people hit me like, are you still doing the podcast? And I'm like, life is fucking me up right now. But as soon as I can chill, I'm going to do it. Because it's kind of therapeutic.
I'm happy for you, because you were like, I'm going to do this, and you're doing it.
Yeah, thank you.
So no matter how long it takes in between time, you're still fucking at it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Shit.
What really makes me do it, because sometimes I just don't feel like doing it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people tell me that it helps them. You know, like it like normalizes it, and it makes people feel like they're not crazy, because other people that they watch and stuff on social media deal with the same problems. And I'm like, hell yeah, because I never had that, and I wish I did, because growing up, it probably would have made it hella easier to cope with.
Definitely.
If there was anybody. The only crazy, like, I had crazy relatives, of course, but then I always heard my family call them crazy. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So it was like what I didn't
Or they just needed
be.
God or something.
Yeah, some creepy shit. So it's like I kept it to myself, because I didn't want them to think I was like them. Basically, my dad. Everybody in my family was calling my dad crazy, even on his side. He is crazy, but like, that was my biggest fear.
That was the stigma.
Is. Yeah, it still is. I don't want to end up like him. So it's like everything I was battling with, I probably would have been better if I got medicine earlier on, or talked to someone or whatever. But I kept it inside and kept it a secret, because I was embarrassed to be like the person everyone's talking shit about in the family.
I was always told, my grandma always said, it's going to go on your record. if you tell anybody, whatever record that is. Like, what record was she? But that was her spear tactic. Like, don't tell anyone that you're feeling sad because it's gonna go in your record. If
my
you
record
go see
was
somebody,
so fucked up
like,
anyway. I'd have been like, "What ain't in my record, Grandma?"
You fucked
like,
me up. Like, I was horrible as a youth. Like, I could have done so much better.
Check this out. My record is fucked already.
It's gonna go on your record.
Damn.
Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, I had people that, like, yeah. My grandparents, you know, like, they were probably the only people I lived with for, like, the longest amount of time. And they just didn't really believe in a lot of shit until later when they experienced it, like, ghosts and, like, a lot of shit. Because I've always been in touch with, like, paranormal shit ever since I was a little kid. Ghosts and stuff like that have always communicated with me in different obvious-ass ways. And, like, there were times when I would tell them about it, and they would just be like, "You're imagining things. Like, you need to stop. You're imagining things. I don't want to even hear about it." And I was just like, okay. But it was funny because when I got older and I had been out the house for hella years, my mom and somebody else told me my grandma started having experiences in that same house with ghosts and shit. And she never told me about it, but I wish she did because I'd have been like, "Oh, remember when I was tripping?"
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Granny. Uh-huh.
Now you realize.
Yes.
That's crazy.
But yeah, shit, my mom's mom, that's who it was. They were just very, like, I don't know, they didn't talk about much. And, like, on that side of the family, I have an uncle with Tourette's. That was fun. Like, you know what I mean? Right. That's my mom's brother. Like, very close, immediate relatives that were fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And, you know, my mom's nuts, like, OCD nuts, like, just, so I got it from both sides, all angles. Like,
yeah, same here.
I just hope my kids don't, but if they do,
we doing good though. I
mean, as long as I don't kill myself too soon, right. Like, I can help them with it. You know what I mean? And just tell them it's cool. Like, talk about it. Don't be scared like I was. Just make sure you talk about it to somebody. Shit.
Definitely.
Hold on, let me go back in my little notes.
We know how to pick up on the signs.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing to tell people is, like, the signs. And, like, definitely listen to your body and stuff. When something feels weird, it's because it is. Yeah. And that goes with anything, with your intuition. Like, if something feels off in any way, it is. Yeah. So don't ignore it. You know what I mean? And just put yourself first. Shit. Once I learned how to do that, shit, life is over. So smooth. Right.
Life has been good.
So fucking smooth since I learned how to do that guilt-free. Shit.
It feels so good, doesn't it?
It does. Like, you can't really tell me nothing. Like, people don't like me or people talk shit or have something to say. I get it less and less now. I feel like when I cared, I got, like, picked on more or picked at more. Now that I don't give a fuck, I think people can sense that how much I don't give a fuck, to what level. And they're like, I'm not even finna waste my time telling this bitch because she, you know what I mean?
There's no reason.
It's a good place to be. Let me tell you. It is a really good place to be.
I'm like, it feels so good to just be like, I love myself so much.
Like, I'm so glad I'm my friend. Like, I don't give a fuck about no one like me. What? I get to kick it with myself every day, bitch. I don't want to kick it with nobody else as much as I want to kick it with me. That's real, though. You got to get like that. You really got to get like that with yourself. And I didn't always used to because I was always the weirdo growing up. And so, like, I got, like, in the neighborhood that I grew up in and the schools I went to and shit, I was always doing shit. Even now, I do shit that people don't normally do. So, like, that's not really common, I guess, or what most people aren't into. So, like, back then, it wasn't cool to be different and embraced the way it is now. Back then, people were like, are you gay? Like, you know, like hella ghetto-ass bitches. Why you cut all your hair off? You gay? You want to be a boy, bitch?
You on that white people shit?
Yeah, no, that was the best.
You a other?
Oh, that's because you white. That's why you acting like that, huh? Oh, you gay. You want to be a boy, huh? And I'm just like, bitch.
Just let me be me, please.
Fight. Like, yeah. But now, like, shit, y'all kids, they got it good. Because you could be as weird as you fucking want to be. And that shit is embraced.
Be whatever the fuck you want.
It wasn't like that. And I hated myself growing up because of it. Because I couldn't conform.
Right.
I couldn't. I didn't want to be like everybody else. It just was. It didn't feel normal to me. So, shit, I got picked on. And I went through a long time where I didn't really like myself. And I was an angry ass little bitch because of it. Yeah, just... I have some notes in here just about, like, growing up. It's just funny, some shit. Like, when people say like they never thought they would live to be this age, like when I say that, I mean it with all of my soul.
Right.
Because like, I'll just like read what I have here. It just says like, it's a weird feeling when you truly, honestly never thought that you'd live to be the age that you are now. A lot of people say that sometimes, I think, to excuse them not being further in life. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But when you spend your teens and early 20s burying all your peers, which I spent a lot of fucking time doing, and then like even into my early adult life, like me and my husband, like we were going to funerals like every other week. That shit was disgusting.
Yeah.
But when you live like that, and then the ones that are here that don't die, you watch them turn into zombies, dolphins. Like it puts you in a weird place. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like grateful, I guess, like really grateful once you mature and realize like you're one of the people that didn't end up a dolphin. Yeah.
Right.
And you didn't die. So
right.
I'm giving myself hella credit for that.
Props.
Yeah.
Like, how do we do it?
Yeah, just hella credit for that. Because like
escaping death on multiple occasions.
Yeah, people that I thought were like the toughest, strongest people growing up, that like I kind of looked out to protect me. A few of them that I was really close to are like full-fledged dolphins.
Yeah, that shit is sad.
Like, yeah. So just avoiding that is like, you know, and we were tight. So to separate myself, like,
to be able to like
dodge that bullet.
Be on a whole other path.
Hell yeah.
I see that shit all the time.
Yeah.
People I went to high school with, just like looking like they're about 60 years old, no teeth.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I'll tell my kids or somebody, like, we went to school together. Yeah. We're the same age. And they'll be like, what? Like, yes, that motherfucker over there looking 65, we're the same age. Shit, life will whoop your ass if you let it. It will.
Ooh, I'm glad we made it.
Yeah, me too.
And it's weird because I remember just talking about my life when I was in my 20s, and it was so like dramatic. It seemed like people wanted to hear stories, like, oh, tell me more about this. And people I realized,
want to hear stories.
Right, it's like, this is my life. And I got to the point where I could just talk about people getting killed with a smile on my face, because I'm used to just saying, it's okay, it's what's happening. That's what happens. Like, all the time. Yeah. Like friends running from being killed, or like hiding, or, you know, shit like that. It's just like, that's normal life.
I have like a crazy story. I was just asking my boyfriend the other day, because like same neighborhood type shit, and I was asking him, do you remember, I was hella young, I had to be like 14, and everybody around us at that age like was selling drugs, had just got started kind of selling drugs and shit. And there was this Asian family. They were like Mien, and they lived like down the street from like the block where everybody was like serving at. And the mom had owed somebody money, like probably $200 or $300. Not nothing serious. Nobody was getting it stretched out that far. You know what I mean? Like she probably owed about $200 or $300. She like was trying to dodge this person and get it from somebody else. And it was after school one day, and I remember it like it was yesterday. This is how my brain is fucking fucked up and weird. I can remember shit like this. I can remember the first and last names of all the kids I went to kindergarten with, but I don't remember what I ate yesterday. Like, you know what I'm saying? My brain is fucked up. But like this lady, I still remember the weather and everything. She was walking down the street. The bitch didn't have no shoes on. She was going to try to get served from somebody else. Dude that she owed caught her ass. Came up behind her with a concrete slab that was like part of the broken sidewalk or something. Picked it up and like smashed her head with it in front of all of us. It was a sunny afternoon. Yeah. I had just got out of fucking school. Smashed her fucking head with it. Her little kid was like maybe 20 feet behind her. He was probably like 5. She laid there and died.
Oh, shit.
And I was asking my dude, I was like, do you remember that? Like, when that happened? And he was like, what? And we were kind of talking about the story, and I was like, that's just some shit that I won't forget. You know what I mean? But, like, a lot of people I know have never been around no shit like that. Right. And if I told them, they would probably think, like, where the fuck, what kind of fucking, you know what I mean? Like, that's just not a normal story, but I still remember that. And I remember that family, like, had these Buddha people come, and they did a sacrifice of chickens in the front yard. Now, I know this because I used to kick it right there on that block. They had fucking chicken sacrifices in their front yard, and they burned this shit for, like, a week. And they were putting curses on the dude that did that shit. And he's dead now. I mean, who knows? I mean, he could have just died because that's the life motherfuckers live, but
he's dead.
Yeah, and it's just crazy shit, blood. Like really crazy.
Yeah.
Stories like that I have in
Multiple,
my head.
yeah,
and
multiple
it's just
stories like that. I could go on and on.
Yeah.
Daytime shit.
Sunny
Not
day.
giving a fuck.
Sunny day in front of her fucking kid. Sunny day. Just yeah, life is fucking crazy.
It
so
is.
you gotta just stay focused and like look out for you and shit. One thing, no, I won't say that. I'm gonna keep that one. Never mind. I'm gonna hold on to that. There's no polite way to ask your kid if it has to shit. If you like, you're a mom, you know this. Like, you know, some people have different words for it or whatever, but I always laugh, even when I see strangers in public. Like, try to add, like, is there a polite way to ask your kid if it has to shit?
I just pulled something out. I'm very like pro poo. Like I'm all about poos. Like I asked them what color was it? Was it solid? Was it runny? Tell me everything.
Dr. Mom?
Yes, Rose will. Rose, she'll actually be like, "Mom, come look." If she's proud of it, and I'll be like, "Oh, let me go."
I don't think I've ever asked Bunny anything.
Yeah.
Any of my
I want to
kids.
see the poos. I want to see if they're eating well or not, or if they're healthy. Like
that's tight. You're
yeah.
a good mom.
Like,
I'm like, close the door, leave the motherfucking fan on, make sure you
keep
spray.
that door open. Keep the door
Mommy.
open. She will come and show me if she's proud
Mommy
of it.
wants
Like
to
if it's
see it.
big and solid, she's like, "You want to take a picture? Like, show somebody else."
I'm dying.
So,
oh my
like,
God,
I'm all
fucking
about-
dying right now.
I'm all
I've
about
never
it.
asked to see, even when she's sick, I've never asked to see their shit ever. I'm just like, you better leave that motherfucking fan on. I know that. Because if not, you gonna
Spray
get your
something
ass.
afterwards.
Spray and leave the fan on, or I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Do that courtesy flush and everything.
Like you're in jail. Yes. What the fuck? Oh my God. All right, let's get off the. Okay, butthole pics. While we're on that subject, has a dude ever asked you for a butthole pic? Because apparently they're like wanted.
Yes. Yeah, but
Yeah?
I never had the capabilities to.
I've only
so.
had a trick ask me for a picture of my asshole, and my tricks be weird. So I'm like, all right, like, whatever. How much you got? You know what I
Right.
mean? I've never had like someone I've dated ask me that, and then I saw some people just talking about it one day, like on Twitter or something. I'm like, that's really a thing. Like
Yeah.
people be wanting
Assholes,
to see that.
yeah, that's
They
the
be
move
wanting to
right
see
now.
it like with like
They wanna
pussy
see-
pics.
they
Yeah,
wanna
but
see what it look
apparently
like.
they want to see that butthole too.
That's the whole thing. Like if they're bent over, like they want to see
Yeah.
the pussy lips and they want to see that
With the
asshole.
butthole.
Yeah, they want to see all
so
of it.
include both, ladies.
Yeah.
Make sure.
I mean, I feel like I need to get a setup. Like, how do you do
I've been
it?
told mine is cute, so I'm like, hell
I
yeah,
heard-
take
I
a
heard
picture of it. You
that.
want to see it too? Do you want to see this? Like, but
No
I'm-
bleach,
No
no bleach.
bleaching necessary.
All
no.
natural.
I know some people, my cousin used to get hers bleached, and I was kind of like, do I need to get mine bleached? And I think I showed her, and it was like, nah, you don't
You
need
good.
to. All right, I'm good. Shit. If I need, I'm not against it. If you need to, do it. Because I know in porn, sometimes I'd be turned off a little bit when I see like pussies and shit that are hella rusty looking. Like, why does that happen? Is that from friction? Why does
I
that
think
happen?
so, like bruising or something, maybe.
Maybe, or just like dumbass friction to the skin, wearing that shit like leather. I don't know. I'd be like, damn,
I
her shit
haven't
is hella
seen
dark.
that.
Like like if the body, it just doesn't match. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
dumbass dark. I mean like this on like my color.
shit.
Like why does your shit? How does that
That's probably
contrast
bruising.
happen? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Especially if they're in porn, because they're going at it for a while,
Yeah,
so they're
you're right.
probably like,
just getting their shit pounded.
I
Porn is such a rip-off, blood.
It is.
I feel bad when I find out a bitch does porn because you don't make no real money unless you make a name for yourself. And in order to make a name for yourself, you have to just get beat endlessly for years. You know what I'm saying? Before you could start charging decent money. Like
Right.
people used to approach me all the time to do porn when I would work in LA. And scenes start out at like $300.
300. That's nothing.
That's like average. 300. And you got footage for life that you could sell 1,000,000 times if you want. Like, hell fuck it. 300? There ain't no fucking way. There's no fucking way. I thought they started in the thousands. Fuck no. I mean, I guess because it's so many bitches dying to do that shit.
Right. And they usually get girls that need a place to stay and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
they're like, okay, it's 300, but you paying my rent and all this
Yeah.
other stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. But yeah.
So you get the full
300,
package.
bitch,
But
I
yeah,
was like-
300. But 300 is a full day though. Like, Not even like an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like
raw. You want to pound my shit raw for hella long
until you get the shot for 300.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be pissed. I would be.
And then my thing is, you could sell that shit 50 times over. You know what I'm saying? I just started selling video clips like hella recently, but I'm probably gonna end up being some old ass porn star with glasses on or something, like the old teacher scenes and shit. But like, I just recently started like doing video stuff. But before, I would be hella stingy with the nudes. Like, nudes be like 4 for $100, bruh, all day. And motherfuckers is paying it. So like, bitches, if you're selling shit, I be seeing bitches on Snapchat and shit like, oh, pay for my premium snap and all this shit. All you're doing is giving them hella shit content that you could be charging way more money for.
Right.
I'm too about my money to lower my prices that low. I'm sorry, you're not getting like shit for $30 and like no.
And then they just have it.
Yeah, for life.
Nope. And they could print that shit up and do whatever they want with it.
Exactly.
That don't make no sense.
I'm getting $100 minimum, bitch. You're not getting anything for less than $100, and even that's me being generous. I feel like. So no. Up y'all prices, ladies, and don't do porn.
Unless it's your own.
Yeah, and you sell like at your leisure. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
You're the director and the producer and the performer and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna touch on this real quick. Car crash stories. I was ready to die. So let me just touch on that real quick.
Tell me about that, because I didn't get details.
Like a month ago, right? And what happened was I was driving. I was in Albany, and I got to this stop sign, and I stopped. And I be driving like a grandma, believe it or not. People be seeing my car and shit and be thinking I'm like speed racer. No, I'm driving like a grandma. I was by myself, thank God. I stopped at the stop sign. I'm crawling into the intersection going, and this person is flying. They don't have a stop sign, and apparently they know that because they're like just rocking down the street in an old BMW, like a 90-something, and bruh smacks me so hard and like just pushes my shit to the side, and the car, it was just like a loud ass crunch, and then fluid landed on me because I had my sunroof cracked. I know, fluid landed on me, and at one point, I thought I was dying. I thought I was about to die, and I was so accepting. I just went like this, and I closed my eyes, and I was like, okay, let it happen, and the car was going like this. I was so ready to die. When I finally, like, came to the next day and, like, processed everything that happened, I was dying, laughing, rolling, thinking about how I was so accepting to die. I just went like this. Like, all right, I didn't even try to brace myself. I just went like, bitch, you're too ready to go. Too funny. But yeah, I closed my eyes with that one. There was no fight in that at all. I was ready.
That's how I feel like if I were to drown. I would just let go. Yeah, I would just let go.
There would be no kicking of the legs.
Not at all.
I'm finna just close my eyes and fucking take a deep breath. Oh, man.
God. I've gotten out of a lot of crashes. Like, I see shit. I feel like when I drive, it's like Final Destination type shit, and I've got away with, like, I'm like, how did I get out of that situation?
I surprise myself sometimes, like motherfuckers coming over into me, and I'll just be on it, like, bitch,
hella
you got bars, you got dumbass bars, bitch.
And I also drive like a grandma too, like, I look ahead, like, I check everything out, like, what's going on over here?
I was like 9. My fucking drunk ass, fucking lazy ass dad had me driving a Monte Carlo when I was like 9, 10 years old.
Damn.
And so shit, I got enough experience to have these bars.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, I fucked my finger up. My joint is still hella fucked up. I might have to like go. I'm gonna go and get another X-ray because they wanted the swelling to go down first and then recheck it. But it's still fucked up. It'd be cracking sideways and it hurts. And like I'm left-handed and it's my left hand, so like combing hair and like my shit is fucked up. It hurts bad.
Well, I hope they get it fixed soon.
Yeah, something has to happen because it's fucked up.
And that's all? Just the finger?
That's it. And my car's fucked up. But, like, I don't have insurance, so everybody get insurance. And the person that was driving the car, it wasn't their car, and he was from, like, Europe. He barely fucking spoke English, and I don't think he had a license. So, like, their insurance company is just trying to make it go away. Mind you, I have damage, but I believe my shit is repairable. Their shit was totaled. So if they thought I was in the wrong and their shit was right, they would be coming after me for money. Right. And they're not. So I have a feeling that motherfucker didn't have no license or nothing.
Damn.
So they're just trying to like sweep it under the rug. But if I have to have surgery on my hand or anything, I'm definitely gonna try to like hire a lawyer and see what the fuck I can do.
They got killers on the road. Man.
Yeah,
can't trust
real.
nobody.
I know. Like my son needs to realize that because he's like starting to drive now, and I'm like, you gotta drive good, not only for yourself but for everybody. Idiot on the road. Like that's what I'd be worried about.
And not everybody.
I know
thinks
I can
like
drive,
that.
but nobody else. You know, I'm worried
Right.
about the motherfuckers who can't. Hold on. What was I gonna tell you too? So much random shit. Ain't shit dudes always swearing on their ugly ass mama. Okay, so I have a theory about this.
I want to hear this.
I have a theory. So when dudes is always putting some shit on their ugly ass mama, it's because like they're used to their mama, like they know their mama ain't shit, or
right.
you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Dudes that have like a bad mom, they don't do that because like they grew up probably with her kind of running the show, and like you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Like if you got a weak ass
shit.
mama, if you got a weak ass hurt ass mama that's just been letting somebody fucking run off, of course you gonna swear on her bootsy ass because you've been seeing her
right.
get dogged, so you're repeating the
right.
cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's like people who act right usually have a fine ass mama, I think.
I believe
I've
that
noticed
as well.
that. I see a pattern with that. Traditional grandmas are extinct.
Basically.
Extinct. Traditional pie making, apron wearing grandmas with roller sets and shit. Those are extinct. Bunny's grandma pops pills. Pops fizz pills.
What?
Her dad's be in the club, be at every birthday party Mr. Fab has. She is a bad bitch. And she's not a typical like she's a grandma fully, but like no. Traditional grandmas, Bunny ain't gonna know what that is. Baking cookies
right.
and like having this fat grandma that smells like makeup and like you give you those good hugs and no.
Got the peppermints in her purse.
Yeah, exactly. And the old grandma candy in her purse. And
that's
she's gonna miss out on all that. There's no more of those. Grandmas now are tatted. In the club, like I said, hers pops pills, fizz pills.
The new generation of grandmas.
All these grandmas, and then like my mom is also Bunny, you know, the kid's grandma, and she be in the bar, like her husband's in a band and like thinks he's a rock star, and they be in the bar every motherfucking weekend term. My mom just started smoking weed out of backwoods.
Oh,
and shit.
wow.
Like, bitch, can you sit down and be a grandma? Hella tatted, looks like me but older, hella dumbass tatted. Like, sit down, please. That's Bunny's example of grandmas.
Right.
Those two. I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, wow, like the grandmas are really out of here. Like, who has that kind? Maybe
that
in Montana or somewhere. You know what I mean? Like Utah, maybe there's some of them grandmas left, but for the most part, like I think grandmas are gone.
Yeah.
They're out here wearing fucking fake eyelashes and shit.
I shame my mom all the time. Like
my mom don't even want to be called grandma. She makes my kids call her Mimi from birth, bitch, because you think you're too bad to be a grandma. Like,
damn.
Mimi.
Or the what is it, Glamma?
That's so
That's hella boozy.
Ain't nobody calling you that, Glamma.
Glamma.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm about to call you Granny. You keep playing.
I'm definitely gonna be a granny. Like I want, like
but
I look forward to.
And
That's
you're gonna
true.
be in Supreme and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna be a grandma. You're not gonna. There's no more of those.
My camo jackets.
You're not gonna have a girdle.
Right.
Like all them grandmas that are coziness. Are gone.
All the slips, you know, where you're slipped to church underneath your
and
dress
a robe,
and
you're gonna have rollers that night. Them grandmas are gone, bruh. Like I'm sad about that.
Like
I hold those grandmas close, and there's no more. They're all like dead and dying, and there's gonna be no more because everybody's gonna be a tatted up bitch,
right?
Yeah, listening to hella fucking Juvenile talking about this is
our
my
old
shit.
School, that's gonna be our old
That's
school
gonna be
jams.
the grandmas. Yeah, that's fucked up.
So I can't
RIP
switch
to
it
the
up.
grandmas.
I can't switch it up though.
It's just not gonna be that same coziness. It's not. It's not. You're gonna be too cool. You're gonna have boyfriends and shit, girlfriend. Like, no, it's not gonna be what we had.
That's wild. And like the religious aspect of it too.
The religious type, the traditional grandma type, that the conventional, like that's gone. That's gone. There's
all
no
of
more
it.
of that. Grandmas now, nah, they be doing too much. Sit y'all asses down somewhere.
Asking to go out with you and shit.
Yeah.
Why don't you ever hang out with me?
Fake eyelashes and wigs. You want to talk about them? Because everybody wears them. 2-year-olds wear them now. Like what? Back in the day, like you've seen the memes and shit where it's like back in the day, people would be kind of ashamed to wear a wig and like maybe hide it, play it off, or it was just old.
Or it was a
old
joke.
ladies.
You wear your grandma's wig as a joke.
It was a joke, right?
Yeah.
No, frontals and shit.
Yeah.
This bitch is in like 8th grade wearing that shit now, and eyelashes and shit. Like, god damn,
Right.
my face is beat, bitch, for fucking the school dance. Like,
Right.
what the fuck?
Like the prom pictures are crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I was so
Look
hurt
like
back then.
grown-ass
I was
women.
hurt as fuck back then.
I
didn't know
had
how
a
to
gunny
do no-
sacks dress on,
Like what? Mm-mm.
and I felt special because I had to get. I was able to get a weave ponytail
Did you have a French
and a
twist or
swoop.
something?
I had the
See,
swoop
I
in
didn't
the
go to
front
no
with the
formal
little.
shit because I was too much of a tomboy. So I never went to a prom, never went to like any of that shit. But
Did you ever want to?
I always took the money from my dad and like bought like some shoes,
Some
or
shit
something
you
with it.
wanted.
Like,
Something that was worth it.
yeah, or some weed or something.
Right.
I was not back then. I was not into like formal shit. I was well, for one thing, I was going to continuation school, so we didn't even have that option.
Well,
but
I went to continuation, and it was all the continuation schools put in one
Together?
at the Ramada Inn.
that's a shit
Yeah,
show.
it was like all the bad kids
Someone's
at
in
one
there
prom.
drunk,
Like
hella
it was all.
people.
Our prom queen was pregnant.
See,
Right?
oh,
It was cracking.
I got a partner that was pregnant at her prom, and she had the nerve to have a dress with the stomach cut out.
With this, yes.
like, what do you? And it was
The
lime
sheer was
green.
like
She's
sheer.
probably gonna hear this. Like, what? You know,
What were you thinking?
what were you doing with them big barrel curls and your stomach out?
But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it with the little girls doing it. Maybe if they have to, if they're working, like if they're modeling, or if they're doing like a little show or something.
I'm not
but that's
putting
a little
no
too
wigs
much.
on my kids. Like, I'm not.
Like beauty pageants, I'm not into that.
Yeah, and the little fake teeth.
The
and
fake
shit.
teeth
That's
and all
kinda
that
creepy.
crap. Yeah.
That makes them
but
sexual looking to me.
It does.
You look like little whores.
Like over sexualized
baby
little kids. And
whores.
the way they have them dancing too. It
All
reminds
jacked
me
up
of
on
the
sugar.
girls on stage with Nelly. Shit. That's
But they were
exactly
more
what it is.
innocent.
Uh,
They were more innocent looking. They weren't like little hoes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the pageant kids be creepy. And the moms be creepy too. Like, bitch, go get you a life.
right.
This
They
cannot
have
be
no
your
life.
life. Yeah.
How do they have husbands? Like
Over there spending thousands of dollars
Hella
on them
bread.
gowns and shit. Y'all have no fucking life. You better get some pets or something.
In the
You
middle
play a
of nowhere.
sport,
That's
bitch.
their only
You better do
life.
something. Yeah. Dressing your
But
baby.
yeah, you
like
fucking up your
hoes.
baby's skin by doing all that.
Exactly. And hair and idea of what they're supposed to fucking look like. Like, come on. Bunny be playing in makeup sometimes, and I'm just like, girl, you're not putting on no foundation.
Yeah.
You're not playing that game. We're not going too far with that, no.
Right, definitely. Have some fun with some lipstick or something.
Yeah.
But other than
You
that,
could practice your eyeliner or something, but you're not doing all that other shit, trying to put fucking highlight and
the
What?
shit isn't even
The
good
fuck?
for us.
No.
Like as grown ass women, it's not good for
I'm
us.
not
to put
doing
it
none
on
of that
our skin.
myself, so you're not finna outdo me.
Right.
I know that at 8 years old. No, you're not. About to have hella contour and
Doing
shit.
way
no,
too much
you're
for
not.
no reason though.
To look hella robotic.
I don't even know what I'm gonna let her get her eyebrows done. Like
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if
Mona,
I'm gonna let
she
that.
just like maybe like 11 or something, she started getting the center because she had kind of a unibrow.
Oh, okay.
And you know, kids get teased about that, so I was cool with that, just getting rid of that. But as far as an arch or anything, no, we're natural with that.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's hella unnecessary.
What about shaving?
Oh, like shaving your legs and stuff? That's, I have to look at it and then I'll judge. Because Bunny is hella brown and her hair is hella light, so you can't really see. When I was younger, I think I started shaving at 11, and I was pale this color, and my hair was black.
Oh, okay.
And I had a lot of it. So I've been shaving my arms since I was like 12, and shaving my legs since I was like 10 or 12, and shaving my vagina since it grew. Because that was just like,
You
I'm
were
not
not
dealing
feeling
with
it.
that shit. Yeah, I'm not about that. But yeah, the contrast was so obvious that if I didn't, I would have got hella fucking teased.
Aw.
So I had to like get rid of that shit. But like, yeah, that's what it would be. If it was obvious and she wanted to do it and it was like a noticeable thing, because I don't
Yeah.
want to have to whoop no little kid's ass
Right,
for
for
my
teasing
kids.
the
You know what I'm
babies.
saying? Calling her hairy or nothing. That's
Right.
not nice. So I'll worry about it when we get to that point.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. She got a uniform with shorts, and I've been looking at her. She got a problem with not putting no lotion on. That's my main
Bunny
thing.
be the ashiest little girl.
Hella ashy.
And be in the car like, do you know I don't have lotion. You asked me 4 times this week. You know it'd be crusty. And I'm like, girl.
That's the most annoying shit
Oh my God.
ever.
She's getting better about it because I've been smashing.
I
on her,
clown.
but
I clown so
she
hard.
be looking so ashy. Oh my
Like,
God. Please
I pick her
stop.
up from school and I'm like, you couldn't put no lotion on them knees
Did
and
your
the
motherfucking
ankles.
teacher have some lotion?
Right. And get mad at me
Yeah.
for oiling her down. Like, stop,
Yeah,
Mom.
that's
Like, no,
what-
you can't be out here
I
ashy.
know. Looking like nobody loves you. I
Right.
know.
That look bad on me.
Exactly.
Like I'm
Bunny
not doing
used
my
to have
job.
a little lotion in her backpack all the time, but I don't know what the fuck happened to that, or if she just got crazy at school and want to be passing out to all the friends, moisturizing everybody. Like,
But herself.
yeah, girl, right? Kids are fucking weirdos. Pure weirdos. Well, we've been here for a minute.
Yeah, we
I still
have.
got hella shit to talk about, but I can save it. I can save it for when you come back. We
Oh,
need to-
okay.
do you have some topics, some sex stuff that people sent you? Is there any
no
of that
one,
that
no
you want
one
to talk about?
really asked anything. Folks be shy for some reason, which is odd to me because I just love talking about sex
Yeah.
anyways. Like I'm very open with it.
Yeah.
The yoni egg. Somebody had asked about
I ordered
that.
some and I haven't fucking used them yet.
You
I got a
haven't
little
used it
box.
yet.
They came in a little silky box. I got them off Amazon, and they're like rose quartz.
Oh.
And it's multiple sizes, and they got
Sound hella pretty.
right, all beautiful. They got a little hole drilled into the top of each one with a string, so that you could get
can
it
pull
out.
it out.
You feel me? Because I'm not trying to claw my shit apart inside,
Right.
trying to get that bitch out at like later. But I haven't used them yet. But I keep forgetting I have them. When they showed up, Bunny's like obsessed with packages. She was like, "Oh, can I open your stuff?" And I
No.
was like, "Go ahead." 'Cause I thought it was something else. I thought it was like this camera holder that I got, but it was those. And she was like, "What are these? They're so pretty. What are they?" I was like, "Girl, put the box, close it. Like, those are vagina rocks. Like,
Vagina rocks.
you don't need to know what them are for." But like, yeah, have people been asking you about those?
Yeah.
Like benefits of those?
Yeah,
or-
it's Kegels, but at the same time, it's you're strengthening your muscles.
it's
so you
supposed to help
start
with
off with
moisture too.
right. So you start off on the small one, and then you see
Girl,
how long
my,
you can
my
keep that
pussy
one
is
in.
about to be lifting weights.
Right. You see
about
how
to
long
have a
you can keep it
barbell
in.
in there.
Have you seen those videos? There's this
Dumbbell.
woman that does that.
Shut up. Just wait till her pussy.
I have to find her Instagram.
My shit is about to be hella buff. I'm about to be
Right.
snapping them off. If you better act right.
That's my favorite
It's a
part is
buff-ass
being able to
pussy.
like push it out myself. Like
No,
at the,
I've had like my not to get too graphic, but my
I
dude be
mean-
like, "Can you let go?" Like for
Right.
real. He'd be like, "Hey, can you let
Hey.
go now?" Like laughing, and I'd be like, "No."
Nope.
Like I'm clenching that shit.
I
Like,
love
nope.
that. I love
Not
doing
letting
that.
go till I'm ready to
Right.
let go.
It's the best feeling
Yeah,
too
it
to be able
is.
to
Makes
do
me feel
that.
really strong.
Hella
really
strong.
Powerful.
Like you're not going
Yeah,
nowhere.
so girls, go on and get you some yoni
Right,
eggs.
you
and
start from the-
lifting
the-
weights
the-
with that pussy. Work your way up. Start with the little baby. Somebody hit me today, and they were like asking about. She said she was like really self-conscious about her tightness or whatever, and she wanted to know about like good ways to strengthen it or whatever. And I was like, girl, Kegels
Right.
all day, every day. When you're
Yeah.
driving the car, when you're watching TV, bitch. Anytime you
Right.
think about it.
Anytime you think about it, just
Yeah.
do it.
And the
Just
better
do it.
you get at it, like, girl, makes a difference.
Right.
I be telling people my shit got kung fu grip, girl. Like I'm gripping a finger out here, so
Right.
it's a good feeling, a good
And
confident
you can
feeling.
test
when-
yourself with your finger.
Girls be so weird about putting their fingers in there.
Mm.
I have a cousin that like takes showers and shit, and told me she never put her finger up there before.
Whoa.
What? So how you even know what it feels like in there?
Right.
How do you even know what? Girl,
I don't
my
understand
shit be
that.
all the way to the knuckle, all the
Right.
way. Like, what the fuck?
Like, let me check this out real
Damn.
quick.
Like, why are
Do a
you
little
scared of
a
yourself?
coochie update.
Why are you scared of your period? Why are you scared of your own? But like, what? People need to get over that shit. But I blame the parents, because parents
Definitely.
be fucking people up to think that shit is hella weird, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah.
Luckily, I didn't have no parents, so I'm out here
Right,
putting
out
all
here,
kind of shit in
all
there.
kinds of shit with a mirror.
Yes,
That
girl,
mirror was
looking
my
at
favorite.
everything. Yes, I know it all. I didn't have no parents to shame me. All right. Anything else sexual? We didn't even talk too much. Sex.
Yeah, we didn't. Oh, how do you feel about the Oh, you're not really into anal.
I never did it before.
I have a anal butt plug that has a foxtail on it. That shit is crack.
Carolyn used to be terrified. She has a phobia of those.
Really?
I should send one to her fucking house. Yeah, she used to be terrified of those. Like, we would see them in the stores, or we would see them on TV, or like somebody like at the cat club that would have one with like a big My Little Ponytail or something. They freak her the fuck out. It's like a phobia. Like, she would legit like almost start crying.
Damn, for real? I love that shit.
You have like a big pink one, a big mint green
Nah,
one.
It's black.
Oh, is
It's
it?
black. It's
like
like a
black
foxtail.
fur?
It's like a foxtail.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And you
But
just be like,
yeah.
girl.
But no, like it's like double penetration, and then like the tail rubs all the right spots
Oh, that's cool.
at the same time. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
I'm
you
like,
don't just run around like you're a cat.
oh no, I don't do that. I don't do the kitten play.
That's so
I can
funny.
watch it, but I can't
Yeah.
do it. Like
Yeah, I still haven't done anal. I don't think I will.
I
know.
like when I get to a point where I'm like, I need it.
Really?
Mhm.
My best friend is like that. She's like, it's the best thing ever. And she be
Right.
trying to sell me on it all the time. And I'm like, girl, I don't know.
But it's like once in a blue moon
Yeah.
to where I'm really like at that point
How do
where
you,
I'm
like,
having hella
prepare for it?
orgasms and I'm fucking like
do you
horny
do
as fuck.
enemas?
Mm-mm.
She told me she doesn't, and she's never had a mess.
Yeah.
But my thing, I think I'm so traumatized to even try it because I fuck men in their ass,
and you
and
see
it
what's
ends
going
up
on.
a mess. It all, even if it's a little mess, it's always a mess. Even if it's a teeny bit, it's still there. And I'm like,
I wonder
there's
why.
no way I'm letting that happen. But she's like, bitch, that ain't never happened to me.
Yeah, that's
like,
never happened to
ever.
me
So,
either.
yeah, so maybe I need to get over that. That's like a fear.
Or if it is a fear, you can plan ahead. Just don't like make sure you're eating whatever you want to eat like earlier in the day or something. And you can stretch yourself out. There's levels like
How do you do that?
like the yoni egg. Like you get
For your asshole?
yeah, they have different size butt plugs. Like you get a little one, and then you're like, okay, that feels good. Let me try the next size, like in a couple days or something.
Do you leave it in there?
Uh-huh.
And
You
just,
leave
like,
it in
go
for
to the
us.
store?
No.
You
Well,
be at
some people,
Target
if they
with it in
want
your
to,
butt? Like, 'cause
some
I
people
be
do
making
that.
tricks do that.
Right,
Like,
they
bitch, you keep
can.
that shit in your asshole
But-
till I tell you take it out. Like,
But you wouldn't do that to yourself. You do what makes
yeah,
you feel
I wonder,
comfortable, like
how
at
you-
home.
Okay.
Just do it at home and see how long you could keep it in. If it hurts, if it doesn't hurt, and then you'll know like how far you can go with it and everything else. And just use hella lube, like hella lube.
I don't know how I would do that. Would I be like folding clothes with it in my asshole? Like that's I
No,
don't know.
you'd be relaxing.
Oh, okay.
Because when you're doing anal, you have to relax. Like you're not doing other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all a
Someone has
mind
to teach
thing.
me how to fuck in the ass because I don't know like anything about. Like, can you teach me? Tell me more. What do I do?
I can. That's a lot
Oh,
of my
hella
work.
lube.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of my work. A lot of people just want to know how to do pleasurable anal sex. And then there's people that do the demonic sexual shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of my clients. It's just, how do I do it without, like, hurting my
I want to
partner?
know more about fucking spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'm like,
more...
welcome. Take me.
Right, but
I want to do that.
you have to
I
dedicate
wanna do
yourself
that
to
more
them,
than
though.
personally me.
You definitely have to dedicate yourself to them. Like we were talking about your spirit last time, and then
Yeah.
you might, it,
Oh,
it
his
gets,
ass,
yeah,
girl. I'm not even gonna get started on him because I don't
Jealousy.
want him. I don't want him.
Right.
I'm like, I'm inviting another spirit over,
Right.
so you better fucking act right. When he gets here, I don't
You
want no
gonna make
shit.
him hella jealous.
Yeah, I don't want no shit. You go to
Right.
bed. Shit. When he gets here, don't even look at him, okay?
Right. It's more
Oh
of just
my God.
welcoming.
Yeah.
Just welcoming, putting it out there. If you want it, ask
Yeah.
for it.
Have you done that?
No, I have not. But I've
Ever?
seen it done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen it done, and it's like a more of a body high. I would compare it to sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
It's a mind thing, and if you truly believe in it, then it can happen to you. Like I don't know if I told you last time, but I remember my mom and my auntie talking about the difference between fucking a demon and fucking Satan.
Wait, like they've done it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I got interested in
Your mom and your
it.
auntie?
My mom and my auntie.
Girl, what?
Like they were talking about Satan
Like, girl,
and
them
demons.
demons be having
Right,
it
yes,
cool.
right. They were talking about it like they were talking about dudes, and I was so like, what the fuck?
I need to kick it with them.
Yeah, like demons, they got okay dick, but Satan throws it down basically. Like if you
They did not
right
say that.
Yes.
And you're over there like what in the fuck
shit.
is mama talking about?
Right. Mama was like, Satan got that good dick, basically.
Oh my God. And you just tell him it's good and he can come through and pull up.
Yeah. You gotta ask for it. You gotta be persistent.
Girl,
consistent,
do not give
like
me
a
this
ritualistic.
information.
It's a
because I will be
ritualistic
like
thing.
home alone with candles lit, like, hello. Where you at? Are you coming?
Right. That's basically how it is. And I
You
like
summon him to
Right.
come fuck.
my belief is like Satan will give you what you want. Like
Yeah.
people are always praying to God, takes a while,
Yeah.
you know, that type of shit. But
Satan
if you
is
if
about
like
that action.
if you like Satan, come fuck me, please, right now.
Hello?
Hello?
Pull the fuck up.
He will eventually come.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And like, what's the price?
My price for sessions usually go
I'm talking
from
about for him.
Oh.
You're like, well, my rate is actually my rate. No, bitch. What is the price? If I want you to come through and give me double
So
dick.
I told you it's a forever thing. You're stuck with them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't remember that part.
Yeah, you're stuck with
So
him.
it's a commitment.
It's
If
a full on commitment.
Oh.
You are bonded to him. Like he's gonna be hella
so your
mad.
mama and your auntie are bonded to him forever because they fuck.
My auntie's dead, but every time my mom has tried to have relationships with anyone else,
He's
it's
like, no.
yeah, it's not good.
Wow.
It's not good. Yeah.
That's something to think about.
Cause he like, what you need them for?
Bitch, you got me.
Right.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. So I was saying like you already got somebody or something jealous.
I do.
You
And I
don't
feel
need-
like he's a fat Mexican man. That's what I feel like. She described him as older. I forget what she said his name was, but I just picture him like a fat old Mexican man that would be tripping.
Like,
Set
hella,
tripping.
like-
Yeah, like you need to calm down. I done gave your ass a cigar and some liquor and like I be giving you water all the time and you need to just shut up
Right.
and let me live.
That's crazy. So yeah, you probably don't want
I
that.
probably don't need him
Yeah.
tripping with me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. But it's very fucking interesting.
It is. It is. Gives me chills, but it's exciting.
Could you like fuck other spirits but not him and not stay committed, or do you think they'll like start getting attached?
It's a problem either way.
Yeah.
Like you can level up. Like if you start with the demons, you know, you can always level up to Satan, but you're not going back though. Like where else are you gonna go? What else? You know what I'm saying?
Like this is it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you've reached that point. So
You're right.
why would you even want to go backwards?
You're right. I've had enough demons in the real world. that
Right.
I probably don't really need to
Right.
go into that realm. So yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn all about it though. It's very fucking interesting. All right. Well, shit. We'll stay here and talk all fucking night. If you just let me keep going, I guess we should wrap it up. Well, thank you so much for coming.
You're
Episode
welcome.
34. I'm very happy with this one. And I don't know what we look like. I'm probably all
Yeah,
greasy
looking
and
all
like
crazy.
makeup
Just woke up from a
fucked up.
nap.
I know. I probably look so crazy. But whatever, guys. Here you go.
We cute.
We cute in this new room, and we're gonna record more like this, I'm sure. And y'all can look at us and laugh, hopefully, because that's all I be fucking doing. So thank you guys.
Thank you.